Hi and welcome to another video in Jericoacoara.
As you can see, it is pretty windy today. We were going to just take this final day and do nothing, but Craig's talked me into doing a little walk.
Yeah, we thought we'd show you a little bit of the town and what people get up to here. And also right now we're walking to a site called Pedra Furada, which is kind of like the Jeri version of Durdledore on the south coast of England.
Let's hope we don't get blown to pieces. I hope you can hear us as well. But yeah, let's go and see what this place has to offer on our last day in this beautiful little sandy, beachy oasis.
And our last full day on this continent in South America.
Yeah, tomorrow we start the long journey back to Fortaleza, and then from Fortaleza we take an international flight to a new continent. And we'll be taking you with us, of course.
Yeah, we've got about a 20 or 30 minute walk over the sand, into the wind, so let's do this. It's funny, the reality of this situation right now, we'll actually normally be walking along vlogging, but we found this sign that's giving us some shelter from the wind so that you can hear. Let's go.
Already love the scenery. The ocean, cactus, green grass everywhere. Just a few lizards and me and Craig. That's it. Craig and Kirsty, a couple who have been on the road for the past 3 years sharing our adventures around the world. Right now we're making our way through South America and exploring everything it has to offer. If you enjoy seeing new places and real experiences, please subscribe and welcome to the adventures of Tide Not Travellers.
So here we are, we've arrived at Pedra Furada. And it's taken us probably about 40 or so minutes, but we did stop to take pictures and film en route, so you can get here quicker.
Yeah, it's only 2 kilometres.
2 kilometres, yeah.
But on sand with flip-flops and filming and doing it at a leisurely pace. We've got it to ourselves as well now. That's nice.
It's a little bit smaller than it looks in pictures, but I think that's part of maybe what the mind does. It projects something when you see a picture as being a bit bigger, but it's definitely perfectly formed.
I like it.
It's quite a rocky, cliffy coastline here in comparison to Jeri, which is just round the corner and it's just sandy.
And Craig loved this walk because I've lost count of the amount of lizards we've seen. He's so happy.
The first part of the walk is a gentle uphill, and then you come to the edge and the coastline, and then you go through this area that's like got cactus and there's just loads of lizards living there.
The breeze is what makes it bearable, but at the same time you do get whipped with sand. So you need to wear sunglasses, not because of the sun, but to stop your eyes getting That's just a rule for Jeri in general.
Yeah, sunglasses or goggles.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to check out Pedra Furada for a while.
Pedra Furada, meaning pierced rock in Portuguese, is one of the symbols of Jericoacoara, and it's easy to see why such a beautiful landscape can be symbolic with Jeri. If you're coming from the town centre, you can do this walk in about an hour, but it can get very hot. So taking one of the little local horse carts with a bit of shade to get you to the top of the slope and back might be a good idea and save you some time. It's impossible not to relax out here in Jeri. We've spent most of our time here on the beaches, and although we have been wearing Factor 50 sun cream every day, you can still see how a week in windy and sunny Jeri can give you some tan lines, especially when constantly in and out of the sea doing water sports. This peaceful corner of Brazil is pure paradise on earth. And there you go, that's Brazil's version of Durdledore. And whilst Craig's gone to get some aerial shots, this little girl just come over to me for a little cuddle. Which I'm pretty happy about.
Time to head back to Jeri for some lunch. I'm getting killer toilet vibes here. That first bit hiking out the crater. 25-30 minute hike later and we're back in the sandy streets of Jeri.
Yeah, it doesn't sound that long, but when you're getting whipped with sand and wind, it's long enough.
It's quite hard going. Worth it though, it was beautiful views and the arch was beautiful. But yeah, we're gonna grab some lunch and get ourselves to the beach quickly.
Yeah, need to cool down. And we've only got like 3 more hours of daylight, so late lunch and then sunset surf. So the plan was to go to our favourite little restaurant here that we found in Jeri, but unfortunately arrived and it was closed. So we just grabbed ourselves a couple of mango juices from another restaurant, and we've got a bit of feedback left in the apartment, so we should probably just eat that instead. So we're going to eat that, grab the surfboard, because our accommodation has a free surfboard, which is always great. If you're staying in Jeri and you can get yourself an accommodation with a free surfboard, that is a win. But you can also hire them. We've been hiring them the last few days because we didn't realise we had a free surfboard. And it's not too expensive, it's like £5 an hour for a surfboard, so it's not too bad. But yeah, so we're gonna get our energy levels back up because that is exhausting doing that walk. It's not that far, but you can get a horse or a donkey and a cart to take you up there. And I can see why now, having just done it. But yeah, a little bit of a refreshment, and then we're gonna relax and surf.
We saw those dune buggies go flying past us on the quad bike when we did our excursion the other day, and they are fast.
Yeah.
They look a lot of fun.
Yeah, Craig's like, can we get one of those?
Yeah. Oh, and here goes another one. Revved it just for us. Oh, I feel so lucky. But it actually looked like the people on the tour were driving them themselves. They're self-drive, but obviously I don't know for sure. But
Vamos deixar a reta Pedra Furada.
When you get into accommodation, you can rinse all the Jeri sand off your feet. To be fair, I need it on more than just my feet. And this cat's actually called Jeri. Hello, Jeri. How you doing? Somebody likes leftover pizza. And this over here is a surfboard that we're going to take with us shortly. You're cute. She does a little meerkat impression when you feed her.
Jeri. Hi, Jeri. That's great stop off. Got some Jeri essentials. And now for the main Jeri essential. Yep. And off we go to the beach.
Let's go. This place just here is where we usually hire our surfboards from. The other days that we've been here until we realise we have a free one. But this guy is great in here. They're really nice.
Welcome to the beach.
And here is Jeri Beach. Waves look fairly small, but we've still got a few more hours.
Kirsty seems pretty content with where she's landed, but after the heat of today, I can think of nothing I want to do more than get in that sea and cool off.
After a bit of paddling out and a few tiny waves to surf, relaxing on the board and watching the kite surfers up close with the sun setting behind was the best way to spend our last sunset here in Jeri. The water was still so warm, and although there weren't many waves tonight, there's usually more. It's a great beach for beginner surfers, as the waves are frequent and not too intimidating. Not to mention you can just take a break and drift around watching all the fun around you. With a constant wind from July to January, it's easy to see why kite surfing is so popular here. Jeri is definitely not an easy place to reach, but the journey to get here is so worth it and makes the place all the more special. the last 30 minutes or so that I've been out there. First of all, on my way out, I watched a sea turtle rehabilitation rescue, which was incredible. These guys here in these vests, and I saw a guy carrying a big sea turtle, so quickly tried to put my board to one side and see it without getting too close. Don't know whether you can see it in these shots or not, but he was keen to get back out there. He looked strong and healthy. Again, the waves aren't particularly great today. This is probably the lowest the waves have been since we've been in Jeri, but still had fun out there. This board's quite nice. I'm not the best surfer, so I need a big board. But the kite surfers are insane. But yeah, the guys were like doing tricks and spinning around. It just looks awesome when they just glide across in front of the sunset. And managed to not lose the GoPro, so that is always a win. Didn't catch that much surf, but also didn't break the GoPro, I think. We'll find out. Right, we've milked that as much as we can. Time to go back, shower, and then head out for our last night and get some dinner.
So we are freshly showered and heading off into Jeri.
That's definitely one of the things I love about little Jeri, is the fact it's literally little. So we've been like back and forth today to our accommodation, and everyone else does. People are walking around barefoot at night as well, because just the entire place is sand. Everywhere between here and our accommodation is sand. In our accommodation is sand, and like I said, in a lot of the
some of the shops are sand.
Yeah, everything is sand. So yeah, a lot of people are barefoot tonight, which is nice.
But yeah, it's so nice being somewhere where we can just get around everywhere without needing a taxi or Uber.
Yeah,
really
nice
refreshing.
Nice break. Yeah.
But yeah, this is the centre of Jeri right now, and just taking all the Jeri vibes.
Right now, it smells of food, which is great.
So we picked our restaurant. We went for Mexican in the end, but it was a very close run thing between this and the Italian across the street, which
a lot
looks
of Italian food
really nice.
Obrigada. Yeah, there's a lot of Italian food in Jeri.
It's called Damundu, and we've ordered ourselves a huge original caipirinha, which is obviously a Brazilian cocktail.
Apparently this one is for 2 people, so it comes with 2 straws, and it's on a special offer, so we thought, why not? Our last night, let's go full Brazilian. We're pretty drunk.
Especially as we haven't eaten our food yet. Kirsty's gone for a vegetarian burrito, and I've gone for a chicken taco. We've got a side of rice, looking forward to it.
It's a really nice thing here. There's a nice gentle breeze. Normally it's crazy windy, but this has got a nice gentle breeze along here. And we've got all the street artists out in front of us, some music across in one of the bars. Nice way to finish our last night in Jeri.
We'll go for a wander round afterwards.
Food was great, and now it's time to go and explore Jeri by night. I'm pretty drunk from that caipirinha. That was strong.
Caipirinha.
Yeah, that's the one. So we thought we might get ourselves ice cream. The donkey's still there, waiting for his ice cream. So there are donkeys everywhere in Jeri, and they just roam around free. They don't belong to anyone. You'll just see them in the streets trying to get some ice cream.
Yeah, right now he's doing a bit of bin diving, but he still looks cute doing it. Whoa, the nighttime vibes in Jeri. This feels like the place to be.
Yeah, partying with all the people, the dogs, the donkeys.
All in the sand.
This donkey is following us.
Epic.
We opted to get an ice cream at the place where there's no donkey trying to get an ice cream. But this one looks good. Less line here and more ice cream choices.
And Kirsty is so wasted after half a caipirinha.
So cheap. Can't pronounce it. Hola.
Obrigado.
So I've gone for a chocolate brownie and banoffee. It's super creamy and healthy. So good.
And I've gone for chocolate brownie and strawberry. Chocolate brownie looks so good. It's got good big chunks of brownie in it. Unfortunately tonight they didn't have any cones left. A little bit disappointed because I can't eat this, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure the donkey was doing failure. You're right. It's a thing here in Jeri.
That gelato was absolutely delightful. It hit the spot.
Yeah, and although we would love to be going out partying tonight, we have got to get up tomorrow and we've got multiple buses and multiple flights to take to get ourselves, sadly, out of South America and on to the next place. So we're not going to go for any more drinks, we're done.
Yeah, we hope you've enjoyed today's video and all of our videos from across SA. We have had an epic time. We've been to deserts, mountains, coasts, salars, you name it. It's been incredible.
Yeah, I can't believe it's almost over. But as I said, we've got flights and buses ahead of us, and we have made our way around this continent, which is famously known for being a difficult continent to travel around.
And it has been.
Yeah, yeah, but we've done it with buses, planes, trains, hire cars, kayaks, bikes, as in bicycles, motorbikes, horseback,
quad bikes,
yeah, surfboards today, hiking of course, everything, hitchhiked as well, even hitchhiked, and goodness knows how much else we've done.
It's been so good. We absolutely love South America. Despite all the challenges, it's been so worth it.
And I now leave here speaking a second language. I can now speak Spanish. So thank you to everyone who has put up with me speaking really bad Spanish to them while I learn.
And thank you so much for all your support, watching our videos, every like and every subscribe. It means so much. It really, really does help.
On that note, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And we will see you, not just in a brand new country this time, but in a brand new continent somewhere.
And please don't forget to check out the Patreon link below. We work really hard on all these videos and work hard outside of YouTube. So every little helps, it really does.
And thank you to all of our patrons, you mean the world to us. Thanks for supporting our journey and all of our hard work. And we will see you really soon. Thanks for watching.
See you in a new place.
Bye.
Ciao.